Hey everybody, and welcome back to Morgellons discussion and microscopy videos. I'm your host Jeremy Murphy, and today made a video earlier today. We definitely need some money coming in so I can do things like register with the IRS and get the server paid for, so that we can get the cryptocurrency rolling, because that's going to happen. But the reason why I'm back on here for a second time today is because I want to answer the question of why are we doing what we're doing in the first place. We've already got the Charles Holman Foundation doing their thing. We've got other advocacy organizations doing their thing. Why are you doing what you're doing? Well, first of all, because I can, and second of all, because I have been for the past several years. You go to my website and you're going to see a 5-year track record of where I have tried to raise awareness for Morgellons disease. But the difference between me and other advocates out there is that I am willing to be humble and work with other professionals, including curbing my knowledge to accept what they have to offer. And that's something a lot of advocacy organizations in the Morgellons community particularly do not engage in. And that's something that people really need to understand. The reason why I'm able to make these connections, why I'm able to get people to understand that there is a real Morgellons disease, and there's also the overwhelming mistaken belief of having Morgellons disease, is because I respect them on a personal level. I'm not letting their opinion of my skin condition cloud my respect that they deserve for them being human beings. And unfortunately, what happens all too often is you get people who are qualified, they're professional, and they can really help take Morgellons places, but those people get turned off because the advocates are out there going the CDC is crap and their fraudulent study is the reason why we can't get help. Now, we know for a fact that that's not true. People can go get a Lyme doctor. They can maybe even go to the health department and get help for spirochetal infection, because let's be very clear, nobody is concerned about these microscopic fibers. They may be concerned with strands of hair that they're confusing for Morgellons fibers. But the fibers that you have to take a jeweler's microscope and look into your sores to see in the first place, nobody's concerned about those. They're concerned about the sores. I have always been concerned about the sores, and I could care less about the fibers that's growing out of them, except that it helps give us a clue that I might potentially be dealing with an infectious agent. That turned out to be the case. I do have a positive test for tick-borne relapsing fever. However, we don't know that that bacteria is what is perpetuating the Morgellons disease condition. As far as we know, it could be an autoimmune antibody. We have no idea until we get the professionals who would have a clue in here to do the research, but they're not going to do that as long as we're going, the CDC is a piece of crap and their CDC Morgellons study was fraudulent. Let's be clear. The CDC Morgellons study found a positive or equivocal Lyme serology in all included more patients that made it to the end of the study. Period. That's what happened. There were 12 of them. All 12 of them had positive or equivocal Lyme disease serology. I'm not making that up. I didn't put that in the study, but it's in there. The study was flawed, but it wasn't fraudulent. As long as you're going, and especially in the middle of a pandemic, that the CDC is crap and their CDC study was fraudulent, you good luck trying to get people who are qualified, who would have a clue about getting Morgellons moving again in that direction. Because everybody who understands what the coronavirus can do to people should be concerned about curbing it. Okay? Morgellons, it sucks, but it's not going to rot your lungs out. And so we have to take the coronavirus seriously. The pandemic is a serious thing. The CDC, after all this is over, they may go, oh yeah, we're going to do some more research on that Morgellons disease. But not if everybody in the meantime is giving them crap while they're hunkered down trying to take care of a pandemic. Now, you might think that shit coming out of my mouth is goofy, and I understand where you're coming from. I do. I have Morgellons, the real Morgellons. It's controversial. I have a hard time getting support for that. And that's another reason why I founded an organization that's going to conduct scientific research, that's going to fund scientific research to give physicians the tools that they need to recognize Morgellons. So when someone comes into their office with Morgellons, they're going to see their skin and they're going to have a clue that that may be something that they could go ahead and investigate further to rule out. And then that research that we're funding by selling cryptocurrency is going to find a cure. Okay? Maybe we've been looking at Morgellons wrong the whole time. Maybe people don't need to be on years and years of doxycycline. Maybe they just need to be on 6 weeks of intramuscular penicillin. Maybe that'll completely knock that out and people can go back to living their lives. So, when I'm meeting with medical professionals, I'm telling them that I want to get back to my life because I really do. You know, I'm extremely fortunate to have a life that I can be living. And I don't forget that ever. But it's not going to happen as long as I'm stuck in here dealing with the Morgellons. And it's an expense. It's not the Morgellons I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with these nasty sores on my back that have been there for months. Despite how many oral antibiotics I take, you know, there's got to be a better way to fix it. And so that's why our focus is going to be on developing those tools, supporting the development of them by funding scientific research so that physicians can recognize and remediate the Morgellons disease condition and patients can get the help that they desperately need. So I'm just telling you like it is. The reason we're doing this and the reason why we're making inroads and our movement is going somewhere is because we're not blaming the CDC for Morgellons. That's over with. That was 10 years ago. So it's time to move forward. And sometimes you just have to forgive people so you can accomplish that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you want to send me some money so we can get this thing moving even further, let me know. Reach out to me. Send me a message, and I really do hope everybody's having a great week because it's just getting started soon. See ya.